3 MSTs, 3 Galaxy Zeros, because this is a free monster reborn for your Galaxy and Photon monsters. So the reason why I run 3 of this is because it comes in handy. Holy crap, it comes in handy. Now, the monster can't activate any of its effects, so if you Galaxy Zero'd a Galaxy Wizard, he can't make himself a level 8, unfortunately. And he can't tribute himself either. It's not that the effect is negated, otherwise he would be able to tribute himself. It's that they can't activate their effect. That's the difference. But it's a great way to put like a Galaxy Soldier on the field, so that way you can activate a Galaxy Expedition, or put a Photon Dragon on the field and activate a Galaxy Expedition. It's a free special summon that puts a Photon or Galaxy monster on the field for an overlay, or for a Galaxy Expedition, which turns into an overlay. Very nice. Put a Photon or Galaxy monster on the field, so that way Galaxy Knight sees it and says, okay, I'm going to normal summon without tributing. The Bottomless Compulse, and then the card that everyone is like, I've only seen one other person on YouTube that tries running it, and I applauded him because he actually tried to run a Tachyon Transmigration. And that's what I think a lot of people should be doing, especially these days with other deck archetypes that run counter traps of their own, like Yosenju's. I mean, Infernity's got hit, but Yosenju's have their own counter trap, and that counter trap is broken as shit. But this Tachyon Transmigration counter trap, I mean, it's less usable than the Yosenju counter trap, but it's still very usable, and I love it. So essentially, if you have a Galaxy Eyes monster on the field, you can activate it, and it negates the spell, trap, or monster effect, so it covers all 3 genres, and then you send it back to their deck. So, I mean, with spells and traps, that's not necessarily a good thing. You'd probably rather it go to the grave. But if they've got a card that can search for spells or traps, then that would be a good thing. But the main thing is monsters, instead of it going to the grave, so that way they can, I mean, not Monster Reborn it, I guess Call the Haunted it, or use it to, like, its effect in the grave to banish and it gets an effect, sends it back to the deck. That's extremely good for monster effects. Extremely good. Now, the other reason why I really like this, and sometimes I draw into this card, and I want to activate it this turn, because I know they've got a back row that could screw me over. So instead of going into Prime Photon Dragon, what I'll actually do is I'll go into Tachyon Dragon, especially if they have a face down, because it might have an effect that activates, so that way Tachyon Dragon would get to attack again with 4,000 attack. Then I'll actually summon Tachyon Dragon, because, check this out, if you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, you can activate this card from your hand. So there was one time that my Tachyon Dragon attacked, and it was like a Deep Prison or a Magic Cylinder or something, and I was like, fuck you, sir. I just activated that shit from my hand. I was like, get that shit out of here. And it protected my Tachyon Dragon. And then, of course, you know, main phase 2, you can still overlay for the full armor. But it was a face-down monster anyway. I didn't need the Prime Photon Dragon. I'd rather protect my Tachyon Dragon. And this Tachyon Transmigration is a counter trap for your Galaxy monsters. You know me. I love counter traps. Like, counter traps are the best thing that happened to Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, in my opinion. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love Yosenju so much, is because they have a counter trap of their own that's just like a one-stop all. Why I liked Glad Beast is because they also have an extremely good counter trap, and it's even searchable at times. I mean, if you look up my bio on Facebook, there are 3 things that I tell you about myself that I like. That's long walks on the beach, home-cooked meals, and counter traps. Those are my turn-ons right here, man. And, of course, you only run that many traps, so if you wanted to run Trap Stun instead of a Mystical Space Typhoon, you could. That might help, but I'd actually much rather just keep the 3 Tachyon Transmigrations, because it is so freaking good. Okay, so I just got a call from my mom and my breakfast is ready, so I'll make this fast. Panzer Dragon, level 5 light machine, works for this deck, instant fusion, rank 5. Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. You can read the effect. It's really good. I only summon this against other decks that run Exceed monsters, but when you need it, holy shit, he is good. Full Armor Photon Dragon. He's an easy way to overlay on top of a Galaxy Exceed monster that already exists, And you detach an XC material, destroy one face-up card on your opponent's side of the field. Very good, 4,000 attack. Prime Photon Dragon, the main guy that I use. You'll need to read his effect very carefully. When he attacks, you detach an XC material. It increases his attack by 200 for each monster that has a rank, and then you multiply that rank times 200 and it gives him an attack boost. You will need to pay attention to that. This is the guy who creates the OTK. Tachyon Dragon. Before he declares an attack, he can negate all face-up monster effects on the field, and then if a card effect resolves once he's destroyed a monster, then he can actually increase his attack to 4,000 and attack again. Heliopolis. Detach an XC material, tribute monsters on the field or in your hand, destroy cards on your opponent's side of the field equal to the number. Felgran. If I have to go first, this is the guy that I open up with, is this rank 8 right here. Because obviously he can make things unaffected by negating effects, etc., etc. Guy the Dragon Charger. Actually, let me go into him last. Cyber Dragon Nova into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Need I say more? Pleiades, because he's very good. Photon Sanctuary, if you activate it, you can only summon light monsters that turn. So Pleiades is a level 5 monster that you can do. Obviously, you know what Pleiades does. Adrius, in case if you need to destroy a face-up Swords Revealing Light. Zenmayo. I've been pronouncing this guy's name all wrong. I said Zenmoya. It's Zenmayo. Anyway, this guy's a $10 card for a reason. Pop 2 set cards. 2 monsters, 2 spells traps, a spell trap and a monster. Fuck, it doesn't really matter. Plus he's got 2,600 attack. Extremely good. And then Gaia Dragon. So you can overlay it on top of your rank 5s or your rank 6s. That's what I did in Dragoonities. But once these guys have used up their materials, then I overlay him, and he inflicts piercing damage. Plus, he's a rank 7 instead of a rank 5, so that's 400 more attack points that Prime Photon Dragon gets. So that's it for the deck. Let's get into the replays. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the replays real quickly. So this first guy that I was facing was just some form of... are all Amazonists Earth? I guess they are. He was running some form of an Amazonist deck, so I'll go ahead and just let him go first and everything. And as you can see, my opening hand, you can do stuff with it, but you can't optimize your possibilities. So I just went ahead, and since I have a Swordsman of Revealing Light in my hand, I just went ahead and let him see if he would attack, so that way I could drop a level 8 on the field. So he did. I was like, here comes my guy, there goes your guy, and now I've got a Galaxy Expedition. Very freaking good. So now you've actually got the ability to wipe out your opponent if you do it smart. And I just remembered that I did not quite do it as smart as I should have. What you should have done was pop the 2 tokens to pop the 2 back row. I did not do that. I popped all 3 monsters to pop all 3 of his cards, and that ended up costing me the ability to use my normal summon, because you still need a Photon or Galaxy monster on the field in order to use Galaxy Knight. So you should not have popped the Galaxy Soldier. Although in hindsight, that would have been fun, actually. I could have just played another Photon Sanctuary. God damn it, why didn't I do that? And then you could have summoned Prime Photon Dragon, and then that would have been game in 1 turn. But, you know, whatever. Learn from my mistakes, people. That's what I say in a lot of my videos. Just learn from my freaking mistakes. So I play Photon Sanctuary. Now I summon Galaxy Knight the correct way. There we go. And now I can go ahead and pop the 2 tokens to get rid of his field. And then there you go. See, he's going to attack for 7,200 freaking attack points. Man, I could have made that so much easier on myself. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then the next one was... oh my gosh, this 6 samurai guy. Oh, this was funny. Anyway, so he's got the opportunity to go first, so I'll go ahead and let him do his thing. What was that? Oh, it was just a compulse. Okay, so if you look at this hand... oh my gosh, this is not the greatest opening hand in the world, but you can protect yourself for right now. You're not always going to open up with the OTK hand. Probably 50% of the time you'll open up with an OTK hand, but you'll be able to at least protect yourself for now. So you can trade in your Photon Dragon, and you could have went ahead and summoned the Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon and done a Galaxy Expedition once Photon Dragon hits the field. But I decided not to do that, so he went ahead and tried summoning his Shien. Of course, I'm not going to tolerate that crap, so I send the tuner back to the hand, and then he just ends his turn. So, Oh dear. Galaxy Queen's Light again. See, most of the time you draw it, it's dead in your hand. That's the reason why my final build does not have that anymore. Because I like my final build the best. Okay, trade in. Okay, Galaxy Zero back. Galaxy Expedition. Biatch! Go for the Prime Photon Dragon and attack and inflict a crap ton of damage. So, and then, exactly, just pop that baby. And you just set a Tachyon Transmigration. That is the final nail in the coffin. A Tachyon Transmigration. Good luck getting over that bitch if you don't already have your Magatama's face down. So, yeah, and then he just quit out right there. So, that was pretty good. Yeah! Here. Oh, okay, this was round 2. I was doing a match against Samurai Albert. So, anyway. He said bottomless. Oh, thank God for the MST. So what you could do, and this is an extremely good combo. Actually, this is the OTK combo. You've got your Galaxy Soldier and your Photon Dragon. And then, of course, your Instant Fusion. You have to have another way to bring out a level 5. So this is the combo that you're probably going to see most often whenever people are trying to advertise their Galaxy Eyes Photon decks. Because this is how the OTK happens. So this guy didn't last more than a turn this time. And then this is another OTK. Oh, Jesus. People still try running this crap? I don't know. Anyway, so what do you have? You've got options. So you could obviously go for that. And then next turn, I'm going to ditch it so that way you can do stuff. We'll see what we get. Okay. Ditch it. Bring out the Galaxy Knight. Oh, I brought out another... Oh, okay. Well... Whatever. Fiendish Chain, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, here you go. That's another way of doing it. And then there you go. Attack, and then you can negate anything, and then... Yeah, see, there you go. Man, he is so freaking nice. I love him. Cyber Dragon Infinity is the best. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That was the only 4 duels that I had to show you with Cyber Dragons. Or, not Cyber Dragons. Photons. But, I guarantee you, if you just work with the build that I have right now... I've been testing it out for weeks for a reason, because this is a deck that I really wanted to make for my friend, because I'm a huge Kaito Tenjo fan. I'm thinking about naming my firstborn child Kaito, in fact. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, this is going to be the deck that you want to at least start with. If you're having issues with it, then maybe you can tweak it if you want. But I'm not having issues with it. That's the reason why it's my final build. So... That's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Remember to rate, comment, and survive, and I'll talk to you in the future, guys. See ya.